This is my grocery haul that I had a little earlier, and I'm going to show you what I got. First of all, I got some chicken breast pieces, and these are what I use in order to make my broccoli chicken. It makes it a whole lot easier when I had the diced chicken. I was able to just basically pour it in the pan, season it, and go from there. I didn't have to worry about cutting it up. So I'm going to buy these again. This here is some steak that I bought, and this is ribeye steak, and I'm going to use this to make some broccoli Mongolian beef chicken. I have an idea of how I want to cook it, and so I'm going to make some of that as part of my meal prep also, and I'm going to use this ribeye steak here. Also, I picked up some pastrami. My husband likes pastrami, and I also like pastrami. I can use this with my protein sparing modified fasting bread. I can use it on a keto day or either on a protein sparing modified fasting day. It's a good meat to eat. It is, I believe, I would consider it like a process, so be sure to limit those type of meats also. Also, I picked up some pork chops. Now, some people don't eat pork. If you don't eat pork, you don't have to worry about it, but pork is a good meat to eat on the keto diet. Also, I picked up some bacon. I love my bacon, you guys. Sometimes I've even tried the sausage bacon strips. They're pretty good, but they're 1 carb a piece. So to me, that's too high, especially when you can get bacon, and bacon is no carbs per slice. It has lots of fat in it, and it even has a little bit of protein. Also, it's good to read the label so you make sure you know what you're buying. If your bacon has lots of sugar in it and different things like that. Now, most bacon that you do get in the store is sugar cured, unless you are looking specifically. Those are my eggs. I got a regular package of eggs, and then I got some organic eggs also. And I'm going to use my eggs on my protein sparing modified fasting days, especially. I boiled eggs and I put those in the refrigerator. But also I'm going to be making bread and stuff like that. These are some additional seasonings that I picked up. Some rubs from me. That's a brown sugar rub. I picked up several spices that I've added into my spice rack. Wanted to try some different things, and I'm looking for the Kinder's the buttery steak. A lot of people are using that to season their protein sparing modified fasting bread, so it's something that I want to try also. And then I found some other seasonings. This is the steak blend, and this is a rub also. And then I found this one, which I was really interested in, seasoned red garlic. I've never, tried that or cooked with it before, so that's something I'm anxious to try and to use also. And as you notice, most of these seasonings are 0 calories, and the carbs are pretty low on them also. But be sure and read your labels so that you know what you're buying when you're in the grocery store. Also, I needed some black pepper, so I just bought a big container of that. And I saw some seasoning that was salt-free, original, so I got that. It looks like it has some really other great seasonings in it, so I thought that I would get that to try it, because I like seasoning with things that are salt-free, because I do have high blood pressure. I take high blood medications, and I think that helps avoiding salt sometimes. Sour cream, and I use sour cream to make a lot of different things to cook with. I have my raspberries, and the fruits that I usually eat are things like raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, and some blackberries, and some avocados. My pink salt, my Himalayan pink salt, I needed that for my grinder, and I got the coarse salt. Himalayan pink salt has about 84 different minerals in it, so it's a good salt to have, full of minerals and different things like that that are very beneficial to you. And I think I've said it before, but you should have about 2.5 teaspoons daily of sodium, especially if you're doing the ketogenic diet, because you have a tendency to lose a lot of electrolytes. The Texas toast garlic bread is for my husband. He likes it, so I saw that at the store and I grabbed him some. Some of the things that I bought today are for my husband. He wanted some chicken noodle soup. He's not feeling well. Now, I can make the chicken noodle soup, but he's so used to having this, and he loves the clam chowder. So I got him a couple of cans of these soups so that he can have it home. Now, for myself, I like to make my own soups, and the next time I make some soups, I'll share it with you. Also, he likes rice-a-roni. So these are picked up for him, and I just got several different flavors: chicken, long grain, and wild rice. The chicken again, and let's see what the other one is. The last one that I have is chicken and broccoli. And I figured that he could eat that with his chicken and broccoli when I make that dish. And, that might give it a little bit, might take it a little bit to the next level also. But that's, found some more crepini egg wraps. And I'm going to use this to make some more keto lasagna or keto enchiladas. Today is the 28th. And it's an 18-hour fast, 2 meals, and a walk. 18-hour fast, 2 meals, and a walk. So I hope that you did good on your fasting. Tomorrow's going to be Friday the 29th, and it's going to be a protein-sparing modified fasting day, or either a high keto protein day. And the choice is yours. It's going to be lifting weights or exercise of your choice. Today you want to get in at least 2 meals, and it can be meals of your choice as far as whatever diet that you're doing. I am doing keto. Keto works best for me, and so I have been sticking to keto a lot for this month. Even on my protein sparing modified fasting days, I tend to lean more toward the high protein keto, and it's been working out well. Today I'll have 2 meals and a walk. I'll be using my treadmill and also just stepping and exercising inside. I also want to say, just so that you know, boiled eggs are a good protein source and a fat source for keto. You need 2.5 teaspoons daily of sodium in your diet. Egg whites are a good protein source. Egg yolks are a good fat source. Egg whites can be used for a lot of the protein-sparing modified fasting bread recipes. No more than 3 protein-sparing modified fasting days a week. And if you do have 3 protein-sparing modified fasting days a week, you need to follow those with a refeed day after 3 days of a protein-sparing modified fast diet. You want to eat extreme lean meats on your protein-sparing modified fasting day. Plan your meals ahead of time and track your foods eaten. Always count total carbs and not net carbs. Total carbs are best to count, because if you count net carbs, it's only allowing you to eat more carbohydrates in your diet. Get 7 to 8 hours of sleep nightly. Eat to meet your protein goal. You don't have to eat to meet your fat goal or to meet your carbohydrate goal. Use intermittent fasting and find a schedule that works best for you. You have a cellular turnover every 90 days, so remember that. And it's best to remember that autophagy is what this is called. And autophagy mostly takes place at nighttime. Remember this. So get your sleep. You want to get those benefits. Stay away from packaged keto foods. And if you are using keto foods, make sure that those ingredients are truly keto friendly. Make sure that you stay within your macros. That's just some general information that I would like to share with you. Now I'm going to show you how I made some Keto Mongolian beef. I'm going to post the recipe at the bottom here. And this is something that I just, tried making, and it came out really, really good. So it's a really easy dish that I throw into my diet every now and then. And it's not full of a lot of carbohydrates. And it tastes so good. tastes so good. So I'm getting ready to show you how to make the Keto Mongolian Beef. It's a dish that you can add to your keto diet or basically any diet that you're doing. It's a dish that you can enjoy and that your family will enjoy. My family enjoyed my dish and they just about ate all of that meal prep up, but I made some more. It's really easy to make and it doesn't take a long time at all. So let's get started. So on my grocery haul, there are a few more things I want to show you. I had found some, what are these? My pork rinds. And you all, I use pork rinds in my cooking, and sometimes I like to snack on them. Now, some people don't like pork. They don't like to eat pork rinds. So if you're one of those, you just don't have to even look at this section of the video if you don't want to. But I found 4 different bags of pork rinds, and actually I could have gotten a 5th bag. But these, the ones that I got, these are the salt and vinegar, and you can see these are already halfway gone. I decided to open these, just now. But all these are less than 1 carb per serving, and some are no carbs per serving. I found these. I have never seen these before. These are salt and pepper flavored chicharrones, fried pork rinds, broad brims. These are less than 1 gram carb serving per serving. Also, I have my regular brims pork rinds, and I use these a lot in foods that I'm cooking, like for breadcrumbs or for coating for my meats. These come in very, very handy and very, very good. Also, I found a package of, it says they were sweet mild barbecue with a crunch factor. So I thought those would be really good also. But these are good for a snack if you don't mind eating pork or pork rinds. These have no carbs per serving. These have less than 1 gram carb per serving. These have no carbs per serving. And these have 1 gram of carb per serving. So it's a wide variety that you can choose from. So this is something I just wanted to share with you in case you want to find a good snack. Pork rinds are a good snack to have. So for my evening meal today, I'm going to be making some Keto Mongolian beef. And I'm going to be using some avocado oil in order to fry my beef in. 100% pure avocado oil, 500% Fahrenheit high heat is what this cooks up to. So this is one of the best oils to cook in, especially if you're doing keto. You can use ghee, butter, bacon grease, but I am using avocado oil today. So I'm going to let this heat up in the pan, and after it heats up really, really good, I'm going to kind of stir fry my meat, saute it, stir fry it, and I want this to be really, really hot, and then I'm going to add my beef to this. I've already cut my beef up over on the side, and I'm just going to add it to the hot pan. So I have added in my beef to the pan. As you can see, it's starting to fry. I'm going to let this brown really good on both sides and cook thoroughly through and through. And I like for my meat to be tender, so I'm going to let it cook for just a little bit here. So as you can see, the meat is browning really good. Now to this, I'm going to add a tablespoon of minced garlic, a tablespoon of minced ginger, and I am going to add in 2.5 to 3 tablespoons of, I use coconut aminos. So I'm going to add this all into the pan, and then I'm going to also add in my broccoli. So as you see, I've added in all my ingredients, and I'm just letting this saute and simmer together really good so that the flavor can get in the broccoli really good, and the meat, I tell you, it smells really delicious. I can't wait to eat it. So this is the second time that I have made this this week. Everyone liked it so much that I've had to repeat it again a second day. And I put in some of the Lakanto monk fruit sweetener, and I used the golden cane sugar, or the golden Lakanto. It's erythritol, but however, I'm counting total calories, so I count that, as a sweetener. And I put, as you can see, about a tablespoon and a half in there, about a tablespoon. And I'm just going to mix that up really good in the pan drippings and in the coconut amino sauce. Now to this, I normally add a little bit, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. However, I forgot to add it today. So it still came out really good. So that's something that you can put in there if you want to, or if you don't like the idea of the apple cider vinegar, you don't have to put it in. But it does give it a much spicier and type of taste. So good. Now I'm going to let this go ahead and, like I said, simmer some, just so that the sauce can get into the vegetables and the meat really good. Now, depending on how much sauce you want to have, for your Mongolian beef, that's where you would stop cooking it. But I like for my sauce to be just a little bit thicker, so that's why I am cooking it more. Now, also to this, I also added 2 tablespoons of water to this also. But if I would have had some type of broth available, I would have used broth instead. Just so you know that. And that way, that's how you could make more of the sauce for your dish. Excuse me. It smells so good. Now the whole family likes this, and I like it too. What I have left, I'm going to put in the refrigerator, and I can have at least 1 to 2 more meals out of what I may have as a leftover, because I'm making this for a meal prep for myself today. Now I'm going to post my recipe below of how I did this and what I use. And also I'm adding in some mushrooms. And here I'm adding in, I think I chopped up like 4 to 5 mushroom cups. And put them in here also. Now, I just wanted to give it a little bit better taste, and the mushrooms adds to it, and I know it's going to taste really, really good. You can use your imagination and add in whatever type of vegetables that you like and that you want to eat in your dish. You can add those vegetables in also. But in here I just added my broccoli, and then, like I said, 4 or 5 caps of mushroom. I'm going to let this simmer for a bit. Like I said, until my sauce thickens up like I want it to be. So this is done. I'm going to go ahead and serve it up on a dish so that I can go ahead and taste it. I'm really anxious to take a bite of it. So let me go ahead and get some of this on my saucer. That looks so good. Looks so good. And like I said, look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? You can see my vegetables that I put in there. And this is the Keto Mongolian Beef. And just depending on how much you want to eat or whatever, the calories are low. What I am having is less than 8 calories, the amount that I am having. And you can see how delicious that looks. It smells good, and I know it's going to taste just as delicious as it looks. Make you something like this. Have a meal prep done and in the refrigerator. Excuse me. Prepare for success. This is finished, so I'm going to go ahead and put me some on my saucer. I've been kind of anxious to eat it, so I'm going to go ahead and taste this. Looks so good. Look at that. And what I meant to say is that The amount that I'm getting ready to eat has less than 8 carbohydrates, not less than 8 calories, but less than 8 carbohydrates. I think that is really, really good for this dish.
But still, as much as we're criticizing and critiquing maybe some of the critiques, it's feel the way. But still, as much as we're criticizing and critiquing maybe some of the critiques